morning, piggies. So it is Saturday, December 11th, and it's getting close to Christmas, and it's finally getting cold. We're wimps out here in Arizona.
Yeah, well, my phone said it was 39 when we came out this morning.
Okay, so that's almost freezing.
I had 6 layers on.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, she does not like the cold.
But I've taken a couple layers off so far. So.
You have. I think it's time to lose the beanies.
Yeah, I think I can too.
Yeah, actually it's comfortable now. But one of the things that we had this week is finally some cold weather here in Arizona. It's been unseasonably warm. Broke record again, yet another record in November with days over 80, and started out December kind of the same way. But finally down kind of to normal. So I think we're going to be somewhere in the low 60s today, and so it's going to be beautiful. But one of the things that we did get was we did get a little bit of rain.
We did.
And so,
a little bit.
A little bit. In fact, let's go see how much rain we got with our rain gauge.
Oh, we haven't even checked that yet.
No, let's go check it.
Okay.
Let's see. Well, it looks like we have a mulberry in here.
What?
I really have no idea. I don't know if you can get this on camera or not, but there's a mulberry in there.
Is it a mulberry?
It is.
Like a wood chip?
No, it's a mulberry. Here, grab this. So came over here to check the rain gauge, and there's a mulberry in here. That is a ripe Shangri-La mulberry that clearly a bird of some sort had and decided to leave it for us here. There's nothing else in here, so as usual here in the desert, we didn't get much rain here. But what we did get is a ripe mulberry. So the question is, do we go ahead and eat it, knowing that it's been in there, or not? You know, I'm a bit of a germaphobe.
Wow.
Well, it tastes good. Now, if I don't survive till tomorrow, everybody knows what it was. Okay, it looks like, ooh, that was really good.
Let's see, we're having a look.
Oh, I didn't save any for you.
That's okay, I got blackberries.
You do. Yeah, speaking of berries, I wasn't expecting that in our rain gauge that was empty, but we need to go take a peek at the blackberry beds. So this is our prime arc blackberry. This one we got as a bare root. In fact, I think it was about a year ago that we put this into the ground, and all it was just a little nub. Really, really small, maybe 10 inches tall and just a single stick. You can see what it's done over the summer here in full sun, regular drip irrigation in the soil that we created from wood chips and a little bit of compost. And you can see we're getting our first real harvest here, heading right into winter. I mean, we're here at the beginning of December and we have ripe blackberries. In fact, we saw this as we were walking the farm earlier this week, just kind of doing a tour of the farm ourselves in the evening, and found these blackberries that the birds are not finding. In fact, we had several that we harvested, a couple that were completely ripe, and again, not touched by birds, which was great. Now you can see the size of these. I'm guessing that right there is probably about the size of a quarter, maybe just a little bigger than a quarter, and nice and plump. This here is one that we took out of the fridge that we've had in there for a couple days, but we had a couple of these that were bigger than this. So probably pushing the size of a dollar, so like a silver dollar. Lori's been nibbling on these here for the last couple days and I haven't had a chance. So I figure here, beginning of December, a wonderful blackberry harvest from a brand newly planted blackberry bush here in Arizona. Let's see what a December blackberry tastes like. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. So, perfectly ripe. Just perfectly ripe. You know, one of the things with Primark blackberries is they have a real good sweetness to them, and I would say tart. There's just a little bit of tart. But here at this time of year, there's almost even a little bit of bitterness. I don't know how else to describe it. But just incredibly juicy, still very sweet. And I'm thinking it's almost like tannins in a dark red wine. Bitter sort of taste to it or aftertaste, but just incredibly sweet. To have blackberries here basically in the middle of winter is just incredible. We were looking at the mulberries now that we've seen a ripe one at the Shangri-La mulberries. A lot of green mulberries, so tree is very confused, putting on new growth that will probably stop here this week as we get much colder temperatures down into the low 30s. So with that in mind, we're kind of moving on to things we know we have to get accomplished. And one of those is another harvest. You guys know we've been dealing with javelina here on the farm, at least up until last week, and we think we finally have that figured out. We haven't had any javelina for the first time in an entire week in the last couple months, but we had to cage these up pretty hard in order to get them through the summer. And you can see the sweet potatoes, even through that really cold weather last night, are still just doing incredible. I think we got some footage of the flowering that's going on in here, and they continue to just do really, really well. Usually you're waiting to harvest your sweet potatoes until you get down to that freezing point and waiting for some of these to die back, and they're just pushing right through it. So we are definitely going to go ahead and harvest our sweet potatoes because it's definitely time. They've been in the ground for going on about 6 months now, so we should have a pretty decent harvest. But that's not today. We're actually gonna go ahead and do a separate video for you guys because we wanna make sure that we cover as much as we can as far as growing sweet potatoes here in Arizona and also get through the next part of the process, which is curing. And that's been a question that I think everybody's had as far as how to do that, especially this late in the year for us. But again, we're gonna get to this here right now, but we're gonna film that separately for you guys, so make sure you stay tuned in to watch our harvesting video to see whether or not we get any sweet potatoes out of these 3 beds. We're about done with at least a portion of the sweet potato harvest, which has taken a little longer than we thought. But one of the other things I wanted to show you, since we're harvesting berries and stuff, kind of unplanned, is this right here. This is a Cabernet grape. You can see just how beautiful these look here in the wintertime. I'm gonna go ahead and harvest one of these here real quick. So now this is a very, very young vine. It's only been in the ground for a year, and you get an idea of the grape size. It's pretty small, so smaller than a dime, but it's got a nice, dark, beautiful purple color, which you would expect from a Cabernet, and let's try it. We got seeds. Seeds are gone. Okay, wow, so very good taste. Wow, I'll tell you what, you know, I'm so used to eating like your flame grapes, Manukas, and things like that. I know we tried the Zinfandels, they were just wonderfully sweet. and kind of very similar to some of the flame grapes and things like that, just the darker color. But this one here, the skin is much thicker, much thicker. So you can see where the Cabernet is going to get its tannins from, which is going to be that skin. Wonderful balance of sweet and tart. It has both in that grape. And yeah, definitely a very thick skin. But Cabernet grapes ripe here beginning of December on a 1-year-old vine. And we got a really good sweet potato harvest.
We did, yeah. Well, we've gotten 2 beds done.
So we got 2 out of the 3 beds harvested. So 2/3 of the way done.
Yeah.
At least. But pretty good harvest so far.
Yeah.
I've been impressed. We've had the turkeys out on pasture all day, and they started going crazy while we were over working with, I think we were working with the pigs, weren't we, this morning? Lori immediately looked up into the air, and we saw some type of hawk. I'm not sure what kind it was. But what was great is our big white tom, who's kind of the protector of everybody, he had basically shooed everybody into the run, and he was standing outside basically guarding them.
Yep.
I mean, that was really cool to see.
And watching to see.
Hey there.
Hi, girl.
Watching to see what was going on. And
Make sure it wasn't gonna come down or something, I don't know.
yeah, it wasn't gonna take somebody out. You know, you are making me really nervous. As we get closer to Christmas, obviously everybody gets really busy, we do as well. So I'm hoping to keep our same schedule as far as posting, but we may not be able to. So we'll do the best we can. But you guys know that we really appreciate you guys spending time with us. You know, the most valuable thing that we have here on the planet is time, and you guys choose to spend some of that precious time with us, especially this time of year. We really don't take that for granted, and really appreciate having you guys here. If this is your first time here, this is our weekly vlog. This is where we give everybody an update on what's going on around the farm, but we'd love to have you as a subscriber and share the content. If you know anybody that's into this kind of thing, really helps us out here when you share it. Any questions or comments, please leave those in the comment section down below. And also our Amazon shop, especially this time of year when everybody's shopping and shopping online. If you start with the link down below, it doesn't matter what you buy, you help to support the channel here. So just want to thank you for joining us today and remind you, if we can farm on the edge of nowhere,
So can you.
and so can Cuddle Tom.
So can Cuddle. It's okay.
Big Tom's just like keeping an eye on everything.
Yep.
Like, yep,
What's everybody doing?
scared that hawk away, I will scare you away.
Oh, gross.
Lori's been chewing on these, but Lori's been chewing.
Gnawing on them.
Gnawing on it like you got a piece of beef jerky. Oh, now he knows. It's him, right? I know, big boys, don't worry. I'm gonna have to like dive. This ain't happening. Oh, I need to get a lasso.
Well, they say to get like those nets.
You have bird netting.
No, we are not
No.
going to tell you. I don't think you should worry about it.
We have to. He literally got outside the farm. That is neighbor dog outside the farm. No turkey dinner. Everybody come in. Everybody come in. It's him right here, right? What do you think? Legs or?
I mean, they all.
Got him. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh, if he kicks me, it's gonna be right in the nuts.
Yeah.
There you go. That wasn't so bad. Shoot.